In the last video. I'm fucking killing you!
Vivian!
Oh my god! My god! And now... It's better than just murdering him. No witnesses, it would have been so easy.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
There we go.
He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse.
Yes.
You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know...
He's alive. You still don't trust me.
Glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
How could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible.
Okay.
The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Fucking
Is he still
douchebag.
out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
I killed him!
He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything.
Look at him, he's
we'll
winning.
deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If
Exactly.
you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
At gunpoint.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on.
involved.
It's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
I'm curious.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself.
Let's
And
do it
I
right.
won't rob you of that right.
What the
You really
fuck?
want
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Exactly. That's what we've been working for.
This is ridiculous.
They just want Blood, basically. They're out for blood, on a witch hunt, whatever.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful?
With
I
a
answered
gun.
your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes.
He's so full of shit.
Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
I really hope you're going somewhere with this.
I see, you want to cut right to the point. I can appreciate that. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment
He's
to
winning.
give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Archie Greenleaf?
What
Her
about her?
story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
We
For the
spread your
longest
tree.
time, not much, but they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
Fuck.
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
That's true, probably. Fuck.
You've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
You know
Yeah,
it.
right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
Please buy it. Please.
They're right.
Yes!
You're all still afraid
That's
of
my
him,
man.
even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over.
There we go.
And those girls will have their justice.
You're all alone. We win, you lose.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A
that...
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's
Nerissa,
history.
now's the time to
What
show
are you
up.
talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Nerissa, please show up.
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
What?
I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course! Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody?
How did I treat him?
He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
That wasn't me.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened.
Exactly.
Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't
Oh my
answer
God.
for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends.
Wow.
They refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Wow.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's
to. I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens?
Jesus, he doesn't give up.
Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White?
Yes, finally! Jesus, it took you long enough.
Excuse me,
I-
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
Now we
I
win.
need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You
Please.
probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
Yes.
you.
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him.
Yes.
Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
What do you do now, you son of a bitch?
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
He thought he's smarter than us and he can manipulate us.
Well done then.
That's why he
Now,
wanted to speak.
for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit.
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out.
Oh
You can
boy.
send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this
We
is?
should vote, fine!
Have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the
No,
judge.
don't put it on me again!
Sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fuck!
Are you sure?
Jesus.
This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Yeah,
Hey.
just pass it on!
Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff.
Rip his head off!
Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
I,
He has to
You can
die.
lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
what? I wasn't. No! Now you die! You son of a bitch!
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment.
No! I'm not going to kill you.
When you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
No, I won't! That's what you want, don't you? He wants to be the martyr.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't
For
be
what
serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
It is.
Doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right.
You lose.
Do it.
I love this. He's so clever. So clever, but I'm better. Simple as that. He just wanted to manipulate everyone first to get them on his side, and when that failed, he wanted me to kill him in front of everyone, like in cold blood, so he can become the martyr and show the citizens how bad I am. Even in his death, he would still turn them against me and Snow, but nope. Not gonna happen.
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue.
Really?
I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Nice.
Work is work, I guess.
Hey, Sheriff. You
Sup?
gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
Flycatcher.
This fucking line.
Oh, hello, Jack, Tiny Tim, Grendel, everyone.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
What? Everything okay?
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
Take care of what?
We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Oh my god. Ah, Bluebeard. Always out for yourself.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
What a pig. What a pig. Is this the end, I wonder? Come on. Something's gotta give here in the end. I can sense it. A slow, calm, happy ending like this, I don't think this is Telltale Games' style.
I'm going! Jesus!
Why is he going to the farm?
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake! I don't give a shit! You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit! Just go grab that, would you? Sorry about all this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Why?
I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad
Sure.
says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her.
Sure, kid.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best.
Aww.
It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that
She'll love it.
squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Well, let's not get that far.
I have to go. I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mundy seeing you. It'll be nice.
It's not that bad, kids.
Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves. So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
I was trying to help. Fuck
Bye,
hell.
Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Bye, kid.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
He gets to stay.
Colin gets to stay. That's bullshit, Bigby, and you know it. You're all
Wow.
fucking corrupt.
Why? I don't even know. I gave him the money. Why is he leaving?
Goodbye.
So weird.
Hi.
Hi.
Still has the ribbon, I
Still
see.
wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am.
It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
You need to let it go.
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own.
Okay, okay.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
It's okay, just calm down.
I freaked out, okay?
Okay.
I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
Oh no.
So I told him everything.
Fuck.
And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were trying to protect them.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But
Yeah.
then, oh God.
I don't know how this is gonna help. Oh, actually, she appreciates
Thank
it.
you.
Nice. It's Huff and Puff, dear. Sorry, I know it's terrible. We never found out about those cigarettes in the room.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Fuck.
What? So Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
No.
I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
What's done is done.
I guess, what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
What?
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her.
What about the fabric?
Hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll
Yeah.
make things right. You and Snow.
Damn right.
Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us,
Maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
I think I have.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
I tried my best. I think it worked out pretty well, considering the tough choices I had to make.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
I've heard that before.
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
What is happening?
I'll see you around, Wolf.
What? Okay. A lot of people killed Georgie, didn't let him suffer. Almost all of us brought him back alive. Wow. Actually 47% considering it's 3 choices, that's pretty good. 98% accepted the gift. Why wouldn't you accept it? What were your last words to Nerissa? 54% said, I hope I've done some good here. I'm confused. What? Okay, let me think about this for a second. Was that fate? Oh, special stats. Bluebeard, you fought him after the interrogation. The butcher, you offered him protection at the business office. Colin, you gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You helped him to avoid the farm. You slapped him, The Crooked Man, you took him back to the witching well, you imprisoned him. D, you confiscated D's money while he was in custody. You gave her money after the fight with the woodsman. Georgie, you smashed up his place. I smashed one thing! Fucking hell! Oh my god. Greenleaf, you offered her a job. Gren, you drank with Gren after Lily's funeral. Holly, you pretended to be a woodsman while she was passed out. That sounds just wrong, by the way. Nerissa, you gave her a cigarette during the final conversation. You paid her extra money when arranging for your date. Snow, you brought her along with you to the trip trap. You promised to bring the Crooked Man back alive. Tiny Tim, you chose to wait for him. TJ, you accepted the Beto. Told, you stood up to him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm. You gave him money, and he hates me. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, that's the game. Let's see if there's anything else. Anything at all. No. Okay. Well, that was The Wolf Among Us. This was I'm still a bit confused about... Oh, and there's the comic books, by the way, which I mentioned in the start. The graphic novel or whatever. That takes place after the game, and I might actually pick that up because I'm interested to see how things go. So if you're interested into more of the story, well, you see it on the screen. You can continue the story. Can I click this? No, never mind. And you can continue reading about the fables and the wolf and all of that. Seems pretty cool. I might look into that actually. And I'm guessing back to the main menu now, unless there's something else. Drums, please. I don't have drums. So yeah, it's an interesting ending actually. I'm not sure if that was fate or not. Is it? It seemed very familiar, so Maybe some kind of magic was used and that was her actually all along. Interesting. I'm gonna read up on that. Anyway, as you can see, I don't have everything unlocked because it depends on some of your choices whether you unlock a specific thing, so you have to replay the game one more time, which I might do. I won't record it, but I might replay this game and see it from another perspective, like maybe in a more sadistic, ruthless playthrough, a bad Sheriff actually being the big bad wolf for real. We'll see. Anyway, I apologize that I was not talking a lot during this episode because I actually was really into the game. I was actually really, it was really intense, and I wanted not to interrupt any possible dialogue in the game. I wanted you to listen and understand absolutely everything that was happening, and I was actually in it myself. So I wasn't talking during fights, during the trial. I barely said a word. It's just because that I really wanted to immerse myself completely, and I'm apologizing if it seems boring, but that's what I prefer. I prefer to listen and get into the story and get every little detail and not interrupt characters talking so you guys can understand as well, instead of talk over everything and just impose my opinion about everything and my jokes over the game. That's not what I want to do in playthroughs like this. So yeah, I think everything was resolved pretty well. I actually really enjoyed the fight with Bodimir. That was the most climactic moment of the entire game. That was Telltale Games' idea of a boss fight, I think, and it was done very, very well considering the mechanics of the game and everything. That was done perfectly. I think it was great. Very climatic, very epic. It had a proper conclusion, resolution, closure. The Crooked Man, what a great character, man. He was here for only one episode, but he's so good. What a great villain. I mean, he was just a typical... Well, I had him figured out the minute I saw him, actually. He was just this typical mastermind that wants to manipulate people and make them think he's good. Make them all think that they need him. They need him. They can't go without him. That he's actually helping them and trying to manipulate everyone against me and Snow and the good guys. He wants people to make their own decision into following him instead of force them into, like, dominate them and stuff into following him. Which is very good because that's it challenges you. It challenges your just, you know, just mentally to fight him instead of just physically confront him and kick him down or whatever, just punch him to death. That's not how things would have been resolved well if I did that. So I'm glad I managed to. It was very difficult because I really wanted. I could really imagine myself in that situation, actually confronting a bad guy like that has been done so much evil, and I would really have wanted to punch him myself and throw him down the witching well and all that, but that would just be, I don't know, that he wins if that happens, basically. I could really feel the struggle in me myself, and I can imagine Bigby, if that was actually happening, he would feel the same way. That he wanted to beat him up and kill him, maybe, a part of him, but he didn't do it because he knew that it wasn't the right thing to do. So he kept fighting, I kept fighting, with words, tried to convince everyone, and in the end, they all saw it my way. I think they understood that it's not the right way to just murder someone. We would be as bad as him, basically, if we did that. So I think that just the way it was played out, the way it was designed, it was very good. The story was made very, very cool. And I have to admit, there was a little bittersweet taste in the end when I found out that Nerissa actually lied, and that maybe he didn't order the deaths. We don't know. Maybe he was telling the truth. We don't know for a fact if he was really behind it or not. We will never know. So maybe all of that he was saying is true to some extent, and that's a bit scary, because if people like that are actually right, then, well, we're in trouble. So I like that, and I still don't understand what happened in the end. I'm not exactly sure, but judging by the things Bigby heard and remembered, that seemed like it was fate. Maybe it was the same person. I don't know. I wonder if there will be a second season to this game. I haven't heard anything. I don't know if there will be a continuation. As far as I know, there won't be anything, and this is the end. But if there is a second season, then you can be damn sure I'm gonna play it. So, yeah. And upload it, of course. So yeah, thank you for watching. This has been an absolutely great game. I thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. It was amazing. I did not know what to expect in the start, but damn, I'm happy that I decided to play this game. And yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite games right now, actually, when I think about it. So yeah, and I'm mostly happy that I shared it with you, and that at least a bit I made you enjoy this game at least half as much as I did. So thank you for joining me, whoever watched this. I appreciate your I appreciate you joining and just watching it, giving me a chance. And if you like it, if you like the video, if you like the series, if you like this playthrough, make sure to check some of my other videos. I've been doing horror games. I will continue to do horror games in the future, and I will also try to make some games like this which are more story-based, adventure games or something like that, to try and make this channel a bit more diverse and interesting. So I'm serious about this. We'll see how it goes, and I hope you would stick around and see it through, see how that goes. So thanks for watching again, and be sure to check in some of my next videos, which are coming very soon, some other horror games. And see you in the next playthrough, see you in the next video, and bye bye.